Hi Capricorn, welcome to your love reading for January 2017. We are working with two decks again, so let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, so we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's get 9 cards for you from this deck. And if you enjoy watching love readings, make sure to watch my general love readings posted every Wednesday. Okay, so this is the love reading for the sign of Capricorn for January 2017. The first card that you have, Capricorn, is the Knight of Pentacles. Capricorn, January 2017. The Nine of Pentacles. The Hierophant. The Knight of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. The Chariot. The Seven of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. And the Six of Wands. The card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for the month of January, and you have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles can be a lonely energy, but it could also be that you're just not quite understanding either the way your love life is going, or you're not quite connecting with someone that you love. Let me just kind of fix the cards for you. I see a crystal clear message that it really does not take much interpretation as far as these cards. There is one word that sums up what I see going on in a lot of these cards. You have a strong message of change. And I say that because you have two knights and they're lined up right here. Not only that, but you have the Chariot. And the Chariot is a major arcana, and it represents a lot of movement. So I definitely see something changing. If your love life has been really unstable or just really quiet, you have not seen a lot of things change in that department, I feel like you're definitely going to be seeing some new developments in your love life. Let's go ahead and take it one card at a time and see how everything kind of ties together. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you, when I saw this card, I don't generally read the Knights as court cards, but I feel like for some of you, this could be another, you're an earth sign. This could be another earth sign who is significant to you in the month of January. Someone that you are connecting with. For some of you, this might also be you and an earth sign that is kind of right beneath you in the reading. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is a message of change. Like I said, in this reading, you have two knights lined up right here. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Both of these knights represent change and movement. And like I said, you have very synchronistic message here. The Chariot, which also represents movement. Like I said, if you have not seen any type of significant improvement or change in your love life, the energy is there for that to happen in January. I feel like for some of you, because you have both of these knights and they kind of contradict each other. This knight moves very slow. This represents slow progress towards your goals. Whereas this knight represents a lot of things happening very quickly, very fast developments that come out of nowhere. So I feel like there are decisions to be made. If you're making the right decisions, you will see quick results. If you're procrastinating, it's going to be kind of like the long road to seeing changes in your love life. I feel like there's a decision to be made here, but the energy is there for movement and change. You also have the Nine of Pentacles. So for me, this is a card of personal development, and seeing this in a love reading, I always get the message that this has to do with how you see yourself. So January is a time where you're supposed to be seeing yourself as really independent. This is about your self-confidence and self-love. knowing that you don't really need someone else to hold your hand all the time, to make you feel better. This is about you seeing yourself as powerful. This is about your self-confidence and personal power, especially with an energy like the Five of Pentacles being the main energy. That represents feeling lonely and isolated. This card is telling you that you don't really need another person to make you feel complete. You have you. So for some of you, that might be the lesson in January, is that you have to not be codependent on a partner. And for some of you, you may be choosing to focus more on your career. I mean, this is a very material card. This has to do with, surrounding yourself with material things. This is about money and material possessions. And for some of you, that might be the choice that you have to make, where if you're choosing to focus more on your career, especially for those who are single, but this could even apply to couples, if you're choosing to focus more on your career, you could be missing out on something regarding your love life. Like I said, the main energy is kind of loneliness and isolation, but that might apply more to those who are single, where if you're, constantly at work and you practically live at work and you're feeling that sense of loneliness, you have a decision to make. These two nights are telling you that there could be change in your love life, especially if you have not seen any type of change. There can be change, but only if you're choosing to focus on that. And for some of you, you've been receiving signs and messages that this is a time for you. You have the Hierophant, a major arcana, but it's also a major sign that you're being guided. The Hierophant is that energy of kindred spirits, and yes, it can be soulmates, but can also represent spirituality and organized religion. It just means that you're being guided when it comes to your love life. So I feel like there would be major developments and changes in your love life where you're being guided by spirit to take certain actions. Like I said, I see movement here in these two nights, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot. There's a lot of spiritual guidance for you to make decisions and take action, but at the same time, you're being told, think of you. Don't be too codependent on a partner, especially if you feel like you're kind of losing yourself when it comes to a relationship. I feel like somebody has to be really strong. For those who are already coupled, like your partner's not going anywhere. With that energy of the Hierophant, this is like kindred spirits. This is where you belong. But for some of you, the lesson might be, with the Nine of Pentacles being there, that you have to be much stronger and you have to see yourself as self-sufficient and be really self-confident. Okay, so you also have the Knight of Swords, and like I said, this represents change and movement, but it represents a lot of developments, new developments that happen very quickly, one right after the other. And like I said, for those who are single, this is what you want to see, because this represents that, new people coming into your life. Yes, this can be someone who's an air sign, but it just represents a lot of things changing and moving forward in your love life. Part of this has to do with just happiness and abundance. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a card of blessings, of being showered with abundance by the universe. This represents, it's a suit of pentacles, so this is obviously new people, new love. This is you kind of feeling on top of the world. This is happiness and really kind of feeling blessed when it comes to your love life. Again, the Chariot. This is the ultimate card of victory. So for those of you that have been struggling in a relationship, this is telling you that you will overcome any obstacles that have been maybe keeping you and your partner apart. It is lined up here. Ironically, it is lined up with the Victory card. I said it was the ultimate victory card. And it is literally lined up with the Six of Wands, which is the Victory card. But notice how it's also lined up with the Hierophant. So I feel like something that you need to hear for the month of January is that you know where you belong. And I feel like some of you need to kind of take steps to move in that direction. Someone's feeling lonely and out of place here. And for some of you, it could be that you've been single too long, and it's the perfect time for a change and movement in that direction. But for some of you, you might even know with who you belong. You might feel really drawn to a kindred spirit, someone who's a soulmate, and you'll be moving in that direction. And this, ends in victory for you. You will find love. But for those who are coupled, I just feel like any relationships that have been struggling, the Hierophant is telling you that this is where you belong. I also feel like prayer and meditation, all of this will help you to feel a sense of peace in your relationship. Like I said, things will change. Even if you have been feeling this energy from the Five of Pentacles, where you don't really understand where your partner's coming from and they don't understand you, that will change. Especially with an energy like the Ace of Pentacles, which is just, you feel blessed. So I feel like there will be positive changes and movement where you just kind of feel like, I don't know how I got so lucky. I feel like there will be something very positive that happens for those who are single and coupled. Now, you do have a message here. This is the only kind of red flag in your reading. You've had one of the most positive readings that I've done. You have the Seven of Swords. And I feel like this is a word of caution. This can represent deceit and other things like that, but I don't see any other cards that support anything like that. If anything, this is telling you to kind of see things for what they really are. And it could be, seeing the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, that there's a lot of work to do when it comes to a relationship. Remember, anything that needs to be healed, I feel like you get past that. With this energy of the Chariot and the Six of Wands, feeling, this Ace of Pentacles, which is the ultimate card of blessings. There's movement in your love life, positive movement. But I feel like there's something that you have to see first. The Seven of Swords can mean that you don't want to see something, that you have the blinders on, that you're not being honest with yourself. You refuse to see something. And it could be that there is some work to do. There is some work to do. And for everyone, this is going to represent something different. Everyone has different situations. For those who are single, it could be that you're focusing too much on your career, that you've not been dating. Now is a perfect time for you to do that. For those who are coupled, you have to kind of recognize whatever problems that you're having and work on them. But, you end with this energy from the Six of Wands, telling you that you will overcome your challenges. This is a victory. So whatever work that you do here will pay off. But I feel like there's something that you have to see. And with the Seven of Swords, you want to take care of whatever it is that you're not acknowledging. Otherwise, you can be your own worst enemy. But I see a lot of positive messages. And let's see what other cards come up for you. What additional guidance is there for the sign of Capricorn for January 2017? The Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. Okay, so let's start with this card, the Nine of Wands. So this is telling me that some of you are feeling a little protective of yourself in the month of January. You're feeling a little protective and defensive. And I feel like, especially for those who are single, this represents you playing it safe. It means that you've been hurt in the past. And usually with this energy that, that is the case. You've been hurt in the past. And you don't want to put yourself out there to be hurt again. But remember, with the opportunities and the change that I see in this reading, you can't play it safe. And for others who are in a relationship, where obviously there is work to be done with the Eight of Pentacles, things that maybe you have to look at with the Seven of Swords, I feel like here you may be choosing to kind of shut down and not share things with your partner. I feel like someone's feeling very protective, but remember that whatever it is that you're working through in the month of January, that you'll have two cards of victory here. You do have the Five of Wands, which means that there is a struggle. And for those who are single, I feel like it's definitely an internal struggle. You have the Five of Wands, and then you have the Five of Pentacles as a main energy. For those who are single, it's like part of you wants to date and be loved, but then a part of you is terrified of having your heart broken. For those who are coupled, this could be you not quite connecting with your partner, and this could even be an internal struggle of not wanting to acknowledge that or bring that up to your partner. This could even be, bickering and misunderstandings. Remember that whatever it is that is challenging you, this reading is screaming at you that this will end in a positive way. You will resolve whatever issues you're dealing with. You also have the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor definitely resonates with the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. And like I said, I felt like this card was telling you not to lose yourself in a relationship where you're becoming too codependent. The Emperor is all about personal power and seeing yourself as an authority figure, being in control of your life. So I feel like for those who are in a relationship where you feel like you're becoming too codependent on someone, you're losing yourself, there could be issues that come up to just kind of force you to take your power back. But the Emperor can also mean taking control of your love life and not allowing someone else to kind of dim your inner light. This is a very kind of dominant energy where you're just kind of taking your power back. And for some of you, it can just mean that you're standing up to your partner. For those who are single, this can be someone that you're meeting. This could be someone who's older, someone who's very stable, and maybe even financially well off. Okay, so let me see what other cards come up for you from this deck. What additional messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for the month of January 2017? You have the Two of Wands. Capricorn, January 2017. Two of Cups. Queen of Cups. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Okay, so there's definitely like some challenging energy around you. All of the fives are challenging, and you have 3 fives in this reading. You have the Five of Wands here, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Five of Cups. So I feel like there's definitely something challenging for those who are single. Like I said, it's an internal struggle where you want to date, but then you don't want to be hurt. For those who are coupled, there's obviously some type of challenges that you're trying to overcome. Remember, the message is victory, movement and change in your relationship. But the Five of Cups, let me just bring it up for you. This does represent sadness and misunderstandings and feeling disappointed. For some of you, there's something about your love life or your relationship that is making you feel upset, that's making you feel sad. And for some of you, it may also be kind of mourning the loss of a relationship. Maybe those of you who had lost, a relationship in 2016. This represents that you're not yet ready to move on. That you're still you're still dealing with that relationship and maybe even dwelling on that loss. You also have the Two of Wands. So this represents a delay. To me, the Two of Wands is like an energy of not moving forward. But I feel like this is definitely a choice. I mean, notice how you have the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. To me, the twos represent choices. So I feel like, just like I said about the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, the energies contradict each other. This is moving very slow towards your goals, and this is moving very quickly. So I feel like you have a choice to make. And I feel like for those who are single and you're kind of holding back because you've been hurt, if you keep dwelling on, a relationship that you lost in 2016, there's going to be a delay with some type of soulmate relationship that awaits you. You do have the Two of Cups, which is that spiritual bond, that soulmate relationship. This could be with someone, yes, who is a water sign, male or female. For those who are already coupled, there's, that energy of the Two of Wands still could be a delay, where you're choosing to not forgive, you're not moving forward. The energy is still there as far as your relationship. And this could represent your partner. Or this could even represent your energy, even though it's the suit of water. This is just very kind of gentle, loving, and intuitive energy. I just feel like something's going on with Capricorn where I feel like people are hurting. I feel like there's either a relationship that was lost in 2016, or there's a relationship that you're afraid of losing. You have a strong message of movement and victory, but I also feel like there could be a delay in moving forward, and this might be up to you as far as like the decisions that you're making. I just feel like you have a lot of guidance here from the Hierophant as far as like where you belong and moving forward. You're supposed to be taking your power back, with the Emperor being here. This is about you not losing yourself, and I do get a strong message that for some of you, like there's something going on in a relationship where you can't lose yourself. You have to take your power back. And this could be something, like I said, that you don't want to see with the energy of the Seven of Swords. But generally, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for love for those who are single. And there's an energy of victory for those who are struggling in a relationship. Okay, Capricorn, this has been your love reading for January 2017. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.